So last week you would have seen me pull this car apart, or not pull it apart, but pull the hood off, bumpers, headlights, and begin to come to grips with just how bad the damage was. This week is going to be something different. It's still going to be something small, blue, and has an electric motor in it, but I've decided to become a responsible neighbor and buy a lawnmower and do some landscaping. So here it goes, about to do the least exciting, extreme thing that anyone has ever done with a GoPro. Assemble a lawnmower. To be absolutely honest, when I was looking for this lawnmower, there really wasn't much information out there about it. And compared to like the Ego and like the DeWalt and Ryobi ones, this Kobalt one is pretty much almost a no-name. The only real reason I got it is because I wanted something I can get at a store, buy right away, and not have to wait for it to be shipped. And the other reason being, it was cheap. $238, $250 with tax. And yeah, that's about it. Literally the only reason I got this thing. And that it was the only one available right then and there. I didn't have to wait to get it. You might be asking yourself, why would someone rush into a situation where they have to buy a lawnmower? Simply speaking, our house has been slightly overgrown with weeds. So for the 4 months that we lived in this house, we did not have a lawnmower. And this lawnmower is about to get a massive test in terms of what it can do. So step one is to plug in and charge this 40-volt max lithium ion battery while I assemble the mower. This is a heavy beast of a battery. Imagine powering an e-bike with this. And Kobalt's a pretty good brand. It does come with a 5-year warranty on the mower itself and a 3-year warranty on the battery, which is pretty good. So while that's charging, let's go get this thing together. Here's the thing that catches the leaves. I shall call it a leaf catcher. I don't know much about lawnmowers because, you know, never actually mowed a lawn in my life before with a lawnmower. I've cut a lawn using a weed eater, but never actually like a legit lawn mower. Is this already assembled? It looks like it comes pretty much pre-assembled. I was expecting a lot more putting together and stuff. It's really hard to do this kind of stuff with a brained wrist. It is a 20-inch mower, which from what I've been told is a fairly decent size. Okay. Yep, definitely not fully attached just yet. Now this particular mower is powered by a lithium ion battery, like all the latest and greatest of electronic devices, which is 40 volts, as I mentioned earlier, while plugging the thing in, and uses a brushless motor, which is quite impressive for a lawnmower. You don't really even see that technology in a lot of like fancy stuff. So there's the blade. Oh, it's just metal? Yeah, it's all steel. Wow. Was not expecting that. That's actually really impressive, because all the other ones I've seen are plastic, or at least covered in plastic. So it comes with a separate instruction set for the charger, and a separate instruction set for the battery, and a separate set for the mower itself. Now I need to find the lawnmower chuck mulching plug. I'm looking for a handle bolt, quantity of 2, and a handle knob. Are these the handle bolts that they're speaking of? Yes, they are. It appears that this is where the battery itself goes, and this is some kind of disabling or immobilizing key. So all we need to do is take these zip ties off right here and just put the thing together. Now a lot of you might be wondering why I went with an electric mower over a gas one. I mean, the simple fact is, it just made sense. I mean, with gas engines in general, you have a lot of maintenance you gotta do, oil changes, make sure the gas doesn't get too stale, and I just didn't want to worry about that with the lawnmower. I mean, with the motorcycle, yeah, I can be persuaded to care about, oh, my spark plug gap, my valve adjustments, oil changes, things like that, but for a lawnmower, not so much. That plus it seemed like it would be super inconvenient to have to go put gas in the gas can, come back whenever I want to mow a lawn, rather than just picking up a battery that I can plug in and cut grass with. Okay, so now the handle is firmly installed and hopefully not going to go anywhere. Oh! There we go. Now it's hopefully not going to go anywhere. Yeah, feels comfortable. Let's try it. There's 3 separate settings to adjust the handle. This one being the tallest. Appears to be a good size for mine, even though I'm only 5'8". Well, let's go over the features while this thing is actually waiting to charge, which could be a while. This is not the fully loaded top-of-the-line lawnmower. There's a few features that I wish it had that it doesn't have. One of which are lights, because I like things with lights on them. Doesn't have that, no big deal. But one thing I really wish it had was a little spout that some mowers have, where you can hook up a garden hose, run the blade, and it cleans itself. This one does not have that, but not too bad. I just need to cut grass. Not deal breakers. At this price point of $230, $250, it's worth it. If I was to pay full price, like $299, I probably would have gone with a Ryobi one, which has those, at least has lights. But for $250, I'm down. For $239 on sale. Now, things that I do like about this thing. One, it looks like a lawnmower. It's not like futuristic space age looking, which to some people can be a detractor. I can appreciate both the space age look of the other ones and then the boring old school look of this one. Either one works for me. One thing I really like is the way that this thing adjusts the height. Now, from what I've been looking at all the lawnmowers I've been messing with at stores, some of them can be a lot harder than others. This one does have a very easy way of adjusting the height of the mower. You can do it with just one hand, because there's actually a spring mechanism in there that helps just even out the weight. So it's got, I believe, 6 different settings, or 7 different settings actually. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So this is the mower's highest setting, which seems to be quite tall. Honestly, I'm happy with it. I feel like I got a good deal. Now, one thing that I am slightly nervous about is in my choice to go with an electric lawnmower, there is a certain limitation in terms of runtime. Now, this mower is recommended for a house with a lot of approximately 1/4 acre. This house is about 1/2 acre in terms of how big the whole overall lot is. So, I will probably be doing lawn mowing duty on 2 separate days whenever I do them, probably twice a week or twice a month. Or once a month, depending. And now to start attaching some pieces. I'm just gonna put everything on it. That way it looks, like a lawnmower. So this one goes onto here. Okay, there that goes, just like so. And then the little mulching bag thing, or whatever this is, goes up in the back. I must admit, it does look pretty good. So I guess I'll be waiting for the battery to charge up, and I'll take this thing on a little drive around or a little mow around the house, or just the front yard. And this is going to be quite a good test of the mower itself, because the front yard of the house is significantly overgrown, as it has not been mowed since we moved into this house. One thing I did forget to mention, that this lawnmower is not self-propelled, but it's not overly heavy. I believe it weighs about maybe 70 pounds with everything on it, so it's really not that big a deal to not have self-propelled on this, unless you're climbing up some big hill or something. But no big deal for me. This is pretty much a bare bones lawnmower with a big motor and a big battery. That's pretty much it. Here's a quick overview of the back of the box. I'll just read off all the stuff that's on it. So, Kobalt, as you can probably guess. High performance brushless motor. The 3-in-1 mulch rear bag and side discharge offers multiple options for your lawn care needs. 10-inch rear wheels for easier maneuverability. 20-inch steel deck, and it is a part of a whole range of different stuff. So you got a leaf blower, a chainsaw, a hedge trimmer, a weed whacker, and a pole saw. So good to know that this battery can be used for more than one thing, and it is made in China. The whole lawnmower. I shouldn't really be too surprised, But what is kind of odd is that this whole box has a bit of a Craftsman kind of feel to it. Mostly in the way that a lot of the fonts are set up. Like the way they have this box on lithium ion. It seems that a lot of stuff is shared between the two of them. I'm kind of curious to see where the 40-volt batteries in this Kobalt tool will work in a Craftsman tool, or if Craftsman even makes electric lawnmowers. Okay, so it's now been quite a few hours. I went to go run some errands and did a bunch of stuff. Now, to start it off, what you do is push this in. Yep, seems pretty simple. Let's get this party started. This right here is the point which the lawnmower's battery has died. It's done maybe a third of this decently sized, extremely overgrown yard. I got about another 2/3 to go down that way, then more to go over there, and back that way, and then over that way. And I got cut down all these crazy weeds. But so far I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, here's the after mow area, and then here's a quick comparison in terms of what the yard is at now and what it was. So that's a fairly large difference right there. And I also used it to get the street area that does not belong to us, but the city never comes and does it, so I did that part. Currently in the process of building a wall too, so I'm surprised I didn't find any golf balls from the other side from all these golf course guys. And also I pretty much filled up this trash can, see, about almost 2/3 of the way up. Like, progress is getting there. It's slow, but it's getting there. I guess you can't really fix 4 months worth of neglect within a 45-minute run time. Hit like if you want to see more, or hit like if you like the video, or you think I was very informative in my review / informational guide / unboxing video / assembly video / all that of this lawnmower, which I'm starting to like a lot now. I feel like I did something very productive today. And hit subscribe if you want to see me finish, or if you want to know the rest of the updates on my Nissan Leaf that I'm rebuilding, or the Saab that I'm rebuilding, or anything else. See ya.